One for the record books. It's Sanctuary of Reality, my comic review series. Time now for Cerebus, issue 202, the second chapter of Guys. Cerebus is drunk again, having emptied another bucket of scotch. He demands a refill, which Richard George does, or rather, pretends to do. He hopes that by the time Cerebus gets back up the bar stool and remembers his bucket, he'll be so tired from the climb of the bar stool, he'll eventually pass out. Richard asks Bear, who is also living at the bar now, if Cerebus was always this bad a drunk. Bear reveals that the only thing that sets him off this bad has to be women. Richard explains that a month prior, Cerebus attempted to compliment one of the ladies at the occasional, quote, skank incursions, only to be rejected for being so short. Cerebus realizes his bucket is empty and requests another refill, which Richard again pretends to do. Cerebus wonders what the record for drinking scotch buckets is in one day, and Richard makes up a number, which Cerebus plans to beat before he even needs to take another leak. As it rains outside briefly, Harrison and Bear talk about Cerebus, how he's acting like a recently divorced fellow that they know named Flibber Gibbons, which of course they laugh about. They also talk about whether they believe the claims about what happened to Siren and Cerebus during the final ascension, both discounting the current belief that Siren and Tarim defeated Cerebus and Tarim, thinking it all one big hoax. Cerebus, still drunk but not yet tired, asks for a piece of chalk, and once he manages to get outside, he draws up a crooked outline to play a game of 5-bar gate. He calls for Bear to join him for a round, which Bear is not in the mood to do, until Cerebus goads him by calling him Puss Puss. We get full rules on how to play 5-bar gate, so if you want to play at home, go right ahead. There you go. It's right on the screen. So who will win in this grudge match between the angry Bear and the heavily inebriated Cerebus? It was talked about last issue by Mrs. Thatcher, and we get a little more insight into it in this issue. But apparently 4 years prior to this issue, Siren returned to Astarcion first, beating Cerebus there, and she was able to establish her version of events of what happened during the final ascension as the gospel. The claim being that Siren and her god Tarim defeated Cerebus and his god Tarim in a battle in outer space. And this is apparently what's referred to here as being what actually happened. Cerebus returned to Earth recently, just as Siren always said that he would. As we see, not everyone believes the official story on this account. As we'll later see during the Going Home storyline, we'll get a more flourished version of Siren's journey of events elaborated upon, and we'll actually get to see what's left of East, which, as said in this issue, it's been leveled to just a big wheat field now. This is an amusing issue, especially the ending. Unlike Diamondback, the card game that was introduced during the earliest issues and was created for the series and hasn't been seen in quite a while, but will be back soon. 5-bar gate actually plays heavily into the plot of upcoming issues. It seems like it would actually be a fun game to try to play, but unfortunately all I've got to play with are C- Kid of Earth 2, a certain Bumbershoot fellow of Earth 2, Hi there, in the Bill Sienkiewicz Alan Moore Comics Journal cover of Earth 18.
Kill a little, die a little, kill a little, die a little, rut, die a lot, kill a little.
So yeah, they ain't much fun, but this issue actually was. It was a very funny issue. I enjoyed it. Next time, Cerebus stumbles through a stupor supreme.